And investors are aggressively courting AI researchers to build startups that can make AI more reliable and efficient. Yu Su, an Ohio State professor leading an AI agent lab, said he initially resisted the pressure from VCs to commercialize his work. He finally took the leap last year and spun out his work into a startup when he saw that foundational model advances could make agents truly personalized. And the National Aeronautics and Space Administration's NASA Curiosity rover discovered some components that are generally considered the building blocks of life on Earth. The American Space Agency rover on Mars discovered some never-before-seen organic compounds on the red planet, including nitrogen-bearing molecules with a similar structure to DNA precursors and benzothiophene. And the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO forces deployed a number of jets to intercept Russian bombers and fighter jets flying over the Baltic Sea in an impressive display of power on Monday. French Rafales took off from a Lithuanian airbase and joined fighter jets from Sweden, Finland, Poland, Denmark and Romania to intercept the hostile jets. However, no aerial engagement occurred as Russian jets remained in airspace over neutral waters. And the Princess of Wales was all smiles at Buckingham Palace on Tuesday, struggling to contain her laughter as the royal family gathered for a lively reception for Queen Elizabeth II. Kate was seen holding onto the arm of Prince William in a rare, affectionate moment as the couple joined senior royals inside the historic marble. And OpenAI and Anthropic continue to take swipes at each other. This week, during a podcast appearance, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman called out his competitor's new cybersecurity model and, noting that the company was using fear to make its products sound more impressive than it actually is. Anthropic announced Mythos earlier this month, releasing the model to a small cohort of enterprise customers. And the company has claimed that Mythos is too powerful to be released to the public out of concern that cybercriminals will weaponize it. Critics have said this rhetoric is overblown.
It used to be easy enough to distinguish between human-made and AI-generated imagery. Just 2 years ago, you couldn't use image models to create a menu for a Mexican restaurant without inventing new culinary delights like enchuita, churritos, buto, and margaritas. Now, when I asked the brand new ChatGPT Images 2.0 model for a menu of Mexican food, it creates something that could immediately be used in a restaurant without customers noticing that something's off. However, ceviche priced at $13. That $50 might make me question the quality of the fish.
And there's a version of a tech conference where you fly somewhere expensive, sit through panels, collect business cards you'll never follow up on, and fly home. And SUSE High Tech Tokyo 2026 was deliberately designed to be the opposite of that. When 60,000 attendees descend on Tokyo Big Sight April 27 to 29, the headline numbers are hard to ignore. 750 startup exhibitors, 151 sessions, and city leaders from 49 countries. But the stat that tells you what kind of event this actually is, it's 10,000 facilitated business meetings, brokered, booked, and tracked before most attendees even land. And Apple's recent crackdown on the MyFitnessPal-owned Cal AI food logging app demonstrates that the tech giant is still enforcing its strict App Store rules around the use of external payments. The calorie counting app, which was briefly removed from the App Store last week, had attempted to skirt Apple's in-app purchase guidelines and had also employed manipulative tactics, Apple told TechCrunch. The developer has since addressed the issues, and the app has returned to Apple's App Store.
American football team head coach of New England, Mike Vrabel, broke his silence on Tuesday, April 21, over controversial pictures with former NFL reporter Deanna Rossini. The 50-year-old acknowledged that he had difficult conversations with family and team members following the publication of photos.
And Princess Diana's younger brother and Prince William and Harry's uncle, Earl Charles Spencer, has issued a relationship update just months after his divorce. The 61-year-old marked a special milestone during a recent getaway to Norway with his partner, Dr. Kat Jarman. and Washington. A new batch of World Cup tickets to all 104 matches will go on sale this Wednesday, just 50 days before the tournament kicks off. FIFA said on Tuesday tickets to games across the United States, Mexico and Canada will be available via FIFA's website on a first-come, first-served basis from 1500 GMT, the sport's governing body said in a statement.
That Karachi. Australian batting star Steve Smith has described his first Pakistan Super League (PSL) experience with Multan Sultans as great fun, saying he is thoroughly enjoying his time in the competition while focusing on finishing the season strongly. "I'm just enjoying my time here. It has been good fun the last month or so with the Multan team," Smith said, adding that the side has played some really good cricket and he has enjoyed contributing at key moments.
And Microsoft dropped its Xbox Game Pass subscription service on Tuesday, April 21. The price was slashed the fee by 23%. However, it removes a key perk, i.e. day one access to new Call of Duty titles. And 600,000 tractors. Every one of them made in Pakistan for Pakistan. The milestone was marked at a ceremony at the company's manufacturing facility in Dera Ghazi Khan, where Al Ghazi Tractors has operated without interruption since 1983. Spanning over 3.9 million square feet, the plant is one of the largest of its kind in the country and has been the sole address of the company's production for over 4 decades.
That Karachi. Police on Tuesday claimed to have arrested 5 suspects they said were involved in a recent attempt to loot citizens on a bridge in Karachi's Shah Faisal colony. East Deputy Inspector General DIGI, Dr. Farik Ali, had ordered an inquiry over the incident after a video of the incident went viral on social media. The video showed motorists and commuters standing on the bridge complaining about 12 to 15 robbers armed with Kalashnikov rifles and openly looting travel. The Israeli military on Tuesday said 2 soldiers would receive 30 days of military detention and be removed from combat duty over the destruction of a statue of Jesus in southern Lebanon. The decision comes after widespread condemnation of a photo shared online showing an Israeli soldier using a sledgehammer to strike the head of a statue of the crucifix.
And the AI platform Clarify deleted 3 million photos that it says it got from OkCupid to train its facial recognition AI, according to Reuters. The company also deleted any models that were trained using that data. And per the FTC's investigation, Clarify asked OkCupid, whose executives had invested in the company, to share data in 2014. The dating app then provided these user-uploaded photos, reports say, and along with other demographic and location data. Per OkCupid's own privacy policies, this behavior should have been prohibited. And after 15 years at the helm, Tim Cook is stepping down as CEO of Apple and handing over the reins to the company's senior vice president of hardware engineering, John Ternus. Cook, who joined Apple in 1998 and succeeded Steve Jobs in 2011 and went on to transform Apple into a powerhouse worth $4 trillion, with his time as CEO coming to an end on September 1. And let's take a look at some of the highlights of Cook's 15 years as the leader of one of the most influential companies in the world.
That Social Security Administration is warning beneficiaries that several local offices across the country are either fully closed or operating with reduced hours. Some offices are even handled by phones only.
And Princess Kate made a telling gesture as she stepped out to show unity with King Charles on what would have been Queen Elizabeth II's 100th birthday. The future Queen apparently made a vow to continue the late Queen's legacy as she wore her signature colour with bespoke Emilia Wickstead dress.